Welcome to the Ocean Explorer.
The ship is incredible. It feels like living in a science fiction movie.
What we're doing here is really pushing the boundaries.
Whale dead ahead!
Whale's coming up!
Tag on! I'd call this a successful mission.
100%! There's absolutely nothing more rewarding than finding answers.
That is really cool.
We've got so much to learn about these species.
Yeah, looks good.
Whoa! Oh my God.
We just saw what no one has seen before.
Just unbelievable.
Hammer, hammer, hammer.
I'm so excited to share this with the world.
It doesn't get any more cutting edge than this.
Hi, I am Kenya Hooker here for Nerds Rule the World. So my first question is, you are what is known a deep sea researcher. What is the difference between what the audience would consider a traditional sea research and deep sea research?
Oh, okay. Hi, Kenya. Thanks for the question. I guess deep sea researcher is really a person who looks at the deeper parts of the ocean, right? So we're talking like beyond 200 meters depth. We're talking the abyss. We're talking continental shelf, and that's just the extension of the landmass. So it's really a depth thing. And that job really entails, my job or my field of interest really entails looking at which animals are there, how they interact, what influences their occurrence in a particular area. So characterizing their environment, their ecosystem, or their surroundings. So a traditional researcher, essentially we are based, deep sea researcher and traditional researcher, the fundamentals are the same, the principles are the same. You go out, set out looking for a question, you have a question, you want to answer that question, you develop a method to collect information that can help you understand what you are asking. But the difference is in the environment or the domain that you're working in.
The Ocean Explorer was literally built for high-tech research. What makes it such a special vessel? And what was your favorite tool you were able to use while aboard?
Like you say, the OceanXplorer was really fitted specifically for ocean exploration. And when we talk ocean exploration, particularly the deeper parts of the ocean, you need quite specialized tools, equipment, gadgets, because the deeper you go, we're dealing with different environments now. There's no light, the pressure changes, etc. So there's a lot of things that one needs to consider, and that essentially translates to specialized equipment, expensive equipment. OceanX has these amazing lighting is everything. It's beautiful. The labs, state of the art, everything is just absolutely where and how it should be. You have these rolling desks that if you want to move and go take something, so it's just really fitted for convenience, and it's fitted for interdisciplinary work. When I talk interdisciplinary, I'm talking not just ocean sciences, but I'm also talking media. So that's something. And some of the tools they have on board will be the remotely operated vehicle that is connected to the mothership by a cable. We also have the submersible. We have sounders on the hull, different types of sounders that can characterize different parts of the ocean environment. So you have a sounder that specifically looks at the water column. So which animals that you generally wouldn't be able to see with the naked eye or with the eye. Well, you can see with the naked eye, but you would need a microscope. And then another sounder that can map the seabed, right? That can model the anomalies and can model the structure, the texture of the seabed. And one of my I think there's two now that I've spoken about the echo sounder, I'm just like, echo sounder. But first prize goes to the submersible. Submersible is very novel. It's not in reaching distance for a lot of explorers, so that has to take the cake. Spending time in the sub with experts, world experts, world-renowned experts, having 8 hours down there with the sub pilot back, who has seen so much, was amazing. And the multi-beam, I think, just getting that output of how the seabed is really something. And to think that it's just constantly, collecting this information. And actually, we had an amazing technician on board, Kate, who was able to process this data and give us beautiful maps. So yeah, those would be the two main pieces of equipment that, yeah, drew my attention or really tickled my fancy. Obviously, there's a helicopter as well. Like, can you even add more to the list? There's a helicopter as well. Yeah, but the sub and the multi-beam were my favorites.
That's amazing. You get a front row seat to what many people could only dream of in the dark waters of the deep ocean. What drives you to go down there and do this type of research? And what was your favorite experience on the OceanXplorer?
What drives me to pursue this field or carry on with my research, deep sea research, is curiosity. I'm absolutely curious by the deep. I'm intrigued by the animals that live there. When you start looking at them and, you see evolution in play and you just can pick up on clues on their body shape, why they need to be in a particular size, and it all of a sudden makes sense. So it's like playing Cluedo, but on steroids. And I like playing clue games, something that really activates me mentally. So passion, definitely, wanting to know a bit more, curiosity. What was the second part of the question?
The second part is, what was your favorite experience on the OceanXplorer?
Okay, my favorite experience obviously involves a sub. I can't give it away. People will have to watch the documentary, but in the sub, we are doing this experiment. And yeah, we capture something so beautiful, so amazing. And I like to think of it as the neurological system of the ocean. And as you're watching the documentary, you'll just know the moment I'm talking about. It's just something that has never been captured to that extent, and I'm so grateful that we had such an experienced production team on board to capture and help viewers sort of like feel what we were feeling whilst we were in the sub with Edie.
Thank you. There's a large emphasis within the show on the importance of modern environmental impact, primarily how we as humans are causing changes to the oceanic environments. Why is this such an integral piece of the OceanXplorer story?
Well, it's an integral piece. It's because it's the truth, right? How can we tell a story without touching on the reality? But I think intertwined in that is also a lot of hope. There's some areas that we are visiting that are just absolutely amazing and still beaming with life. We follow the hammerhead shark. We follow some large, charismatic animals that have lived way beyond, way before we, could think of anything. And I think it wouldn't be honest for us to not bring in the reality of what's happening in the environment. But I think the show does a remarkable job at also bringing in the hope that there are still parts that really we can still change the course of things, or at least we can slow down the course of things. It's in our power. But for us to do that, people first need to know that these animals exist and they are connected and they're interconnected, and it's a dynamic system, and we are trying to understand it, and we need more people who are out there collecting this valuable information, making these discoveries. So it's really just like a heartfelt letter to the ocean from us who are part of this project, and we're hoping that every single viewer can co-sign this letter in a way that is fitting for them, because I can't say how they should do it because I don't live their day in, day out life. But I'm hoping that as they watch it, they can see that they too have a responsibility and they too have the power to protect and preserve the ocean that basically gives us a lot of services, and we need it more than it needs us. So yeah, That's the 6-part documentary, whilst also really focusing on exploration, ocean exploration. You know, there's a lot of challenges. It's not just, oh, fun games. There's a lot of frustration. There's a lot of trial and error, but there's also like amazing moments of victory.
That's amazing. And my last question, there are many incredible lessons and messages in Ocean Explorers, but if you had to pick only one, what message do you hope the audience takes away from the series?
Oh, yeah, that question. I really, I guess if I really have to answer that question, I'm reluctant to answer it because I'm not a person who likes to tell people what to do or how to feel or what to look out for. I'm more of a person who likes to give people the platform and just give them the space without tainting their perception or vision of something. But if I really have to answer the question, I would say, the one message that I hope comes across is that it doesn't matter where you come from. It doesn't, the ocean really doesn't have boundaries. There's a space for all of us. It obviously does matter to some degree in terms of opportunities, but never put yourself in a box. Never, doubt yourself or capabilities. Be out there. We need everybody in all shapes and sizes, and the things and the qualities that you need to be an ocean explorer are already within you. The tools, the opportunities, and everything else are going to help you get there, but the focal skills are already in you. Those qualities are within you, and that is passion, and that is determination, and that is curiosity, and that is, there's so many things, and you don't really have to be a marine biologist to be an ocean explorer. You can be anything else, but still be an ocean explorer. And I think James Cameron captures that quite well. So yeah, that's the message. The message is the ocean needs us and we need it. So now is the time to co-sign that love letter to it.
Amazing. Thank you so much.